Alright guys, so I'm just gonna do a little tips and tricks video again, the second time, because the first time I was inexperienced in Fortnite, the mobile version. And now I'm pretty okay. I'm a pretty alright player. But so I do have a recording of a game I was playing earlier, and we didn't end up winning because I was getting team shot and I did a stupid build. I couldn't build because I was like, I don't know, I was hesitating and I couldn't build and I messed it up. But this is a gameplay I took, and yeah, so I'm just gonna have this playing while I list a couple of tips and tricks that you could use in solos, duos, whatever. So one is always keep your guns reloaded. After I get into a fight, I like to swap through my inventory, and I like to make sure all my guns are reloaded, so if I get into another fight I don't choke. And another is always check your health after you take damage in a fight. If you're able to stop and look at your health, then go ahead, but if you can't, then try to build yourself in and heal up as fast as you can. That's why it's a good idea to carry minis. But also, sorry, I'm going off my head. I haven't really had like a script or anything, so alright. And then also, if you're playing solos, you don't really have anybody watching your back, then you should always jump and look left and right and behind you to make sure that you're not being followed or you're not like near anybody, because I've been in multiple situations where I've played and like I run past somebody and they don't even see me, so I always get easy kills from just killing people in the back. And a lot of people on mobile too, like, they should learn how to build. It's not really too hard to build. It's the more you build, the more you get used to it. The more you get somebody, build some stairs up to them, and yeah, the more you build, the more you get used to it. When you're in a base, and normally, if you're not very good and you see somebody building double stairs up to your base with the pump in their hand, then you get that sense of like, hold on, wait, let me back up. But that is not what you do. If you see somebody building up to your base or building up to you in general, you need to go at them too, at the same direction, same method, double stairs, and try to get that high ground first. If you can't get it, place a flat platform out the side and build stairs for your feet and build the stairs over your head, and then repeatedly switch back and forth so you can keep some fire on you and stay like safe. And then you turn around, build a wall. I'm pretty sure if you guys watch any Twitch streamers or Fortnite, like good players like Myth, Ninja, etc., then you know like what they do. So you just try to have to implement that as best as you can when you're playing on mobile in order to win those fights. Also, you could switch your sensitivity too, but lately I've just been having like really glitchy games. Like one game, I built up a mountain and this guy was in a base and I shot some grenades at him and he jumped out. And there was a house, and I knew he was hiding behind the house because I watched him run like behind it. And I built a staircase up and I jumped on the roof and I saw him. And as soon as I pulled the trigger on my pump, I glitched and my crosshairs aim away from him. And then I jumped up and I lined up my crosshairs on him again, and then my crosshairs glitched away from him again. And then I ran to the left a little bit and he was not even facing me, but he was shooting and I was taking damage even though I was not anywhere near him. He wasn't even aiming at me. And then I finally lined up my crosshair with his head perfectly, and I shot, and it did no damage, and then I just died. I just like died. And that just really got me mad. I do have that clip, but I don't know if I'm gonna post it or not. Let's see what else. If you get the high ground in a build battle, I'll never jump off your high ground to get to the other person unless they're trying to heal. And if you are playing and you damage a player and they stop coming for you, and they're most likely trying to heal up if they're smart. So that's when you stare up their base, and then you go and attack them because they're low. And yeah, you're sure to get that kill. Another thing I like to do, I'm going to talk about my loadout now, how I like to keep my loadout. I usually keep AR, one shotgun. I was going to learn like 2 shotguns, because you know that they put the little, fast swap button on the bottom right. So I was going to learn how to do pump, and then switch to the attack, but I just couldn't get it down. Always hesitating and was pressing on the build button, and yeah. So I've just tried to get a lot better at myself with aiming instead of having to shoot and then switch. I just get really good at aiming and get my aiming up. If you're not very good with shotguns, but you want to still play competitive, you can switch to a different server and practice using your shotguns on the other people in the other servers. I like to go to Asia personally, because they're just not very good over there. What else? But yeah, if you're not good at shotguns and you want to play real games with your friends, etc., then use a tactical SMG. That's what I normally use. Well, what I would normally use. I used to. The only time I carry a TAC SMG now is when I'm playing duos and my partner dies. So that way, when I see a team, I can knock one of them with my TAC SMG and finish the other with the pump. Because when you have 2 guys coming at you at the same time, it's harder to try to keep yourself alert when you have 2 guys coming for you at the same time. Another thing is, for all of the noobs out there that just started playing, you see that blue circle with a red dot in the middle? When you're breaking something, hit that circle, because instead of 50 damage, it takes away 100 damage when you're hitting, so you can break stuff faster. Most of you should probably already know that. If you didn't, there you go. Another thing I like to say, that is pretty. When you're playing duos or squads and your teammate is not as good as you, and you always rush and they stay back, and then you get double teamed and you get knocked or whatever, and you're tired of that happening, if that does happen, then either you need to play with a more aggressive player, or sorry, I keep yawning, or you need to follow the worst player instead of them following you. But of course, if they start being weird, where a team has high ground and close to you, and they want to build a base on the low ground, then you don't have to be by them, because that happened to me a couple of matches after this match. I was playing and a team had the high ground, and my teammate, the guy I'm playing with right now, he needs to practice. I already told him, but that doesn't matter. He built a base where he was camping down on the small ground, and there was a base, 2 people in it. They were launching grenades at him, and I had ran away from that area already. I don't know why he didn't follow, but he got clapped. And then I knocked one of the guys, and the other guy, he killed me because the little box that we're fighting in, it didn't have a floor panel, and on the left side there was like a small area that was like you could like, it was like the edge of a cliff. So after I knocked the guy, I landed in the little edge, and I was stuck. I couldn't move, I couldn't jump, and the other guy came and just one-shotted me, and we lost. We're the last 2 people too, against the other last 2 people. But when your teammate isn't very experienced and you're versing 2 experienced players, then that's what happens. Another thing is, if you feel like you can't like pop minis fast, or you hesitate too much, then if I were you, I'd carry 2 big shields over 2 minis. I mean 2 big shields over like 5 minis. But if you can like stop and like pop the minis real quick, then take the minis. But you can only heal up to 50 with the minis, so if you can, then take the big shields. Another thing is, if you have a rocket launcher and you're about to fight somebody, then always try to build up on them and shoot the rocket launcher down at them. If they don't die from that blast, take out your shotgun and finish them. It should just be 1 shot. Another thing is, whenever you're playing and you're in a base and somebody goes and hides under your base or near it, then I like to always like edit each tile so I could see through them, so I could get a quick look at where the guy's at, so I can get a quick kill on him. Another thing that I would like to say is, if you have a base and you have traps, then trap your base on all 4 sides if you can. Because if somebody tries to build up in your base and they jump in and there's traps, then you're obviously gonna get the better end of that. I've had traps be like the thing that gave me a game or helped me out a lot, which ended up causing me to win the game. And yeah, that's pretty much a lot of key points that I like to say. If you're not good at building, practice, use it in your games, use it more, you'll get better. Farm up a lot of materials, make sure you have mats and fights so you can build. If you're about to fight a person and you're low on health, and you don't want to get hit, the thing you would do is you take a shot. It doesn't matter if you hit, it doesn't matter if you miss. You shoot, build a wall. After you build the wall, you stop, let the guy run around, prepare for him to turn the corner, shoot as soon as he turns the corner, then build another wall, and so on and so forth until you get him low and you kill him. If not, then GG. But yeah, now I'm gonna do just a little commentary on the end of this game, because this is pretty much where it ends out right here. I ended up building double stairing just in case a guy in here was like about to come. But here's where I messed up. I should have went 1 stair higher and put a wall right there. And this is what happened because of it. I jumped because I fell off, went to 21 damage. As I mentioned earlier, this guy that I'm playing with is not good at all, so he easily got clapped. And now I'm by myself. I have attack SMG. This should have been a kill right here. Look, how did I miss all of those shots? That's how I fumbled the whole match. Shooting again. I don't know how he ate up all of those bullets like that. I built up. This is a sincere choke. That was a choke. I should have built stairs here. Look, I built another roof over myself. And then I end up getting clapped because I hesitated on the building and somebody sniped me, and that's the game.